What's up everybody, my name is Tonny and I'm here with another Warframe guide video. In this video, we will be looking at the Umbral Mag Prime Hybrid, and what that means is we will look at different Warframe abilities that will work with Mag. Now obviously, Mag is great on its own. She does not need any Warframe abilities whatsoever. So you could potentially use all four or for default abilities and still become really good in endgame or endurance mission type stuff. But when it comes to hybrids, well, there's definitely a lot of different abilities out there that will work with Mag. So let's take a good look at what builds I got for you guys. Before we get into it though, I want to say that you guys can use whatever weapons you guys want. So start off with the Tetra. Well, the reason why I'm using this is because of one thing only, and that is the kinetic ricochet. Basically this allows the shots to bounce around inside the magnetized area, and it hits the enemy 6 times at least. So it's pretty fast on how many times it hits. So this is really good for that. And then here's the ribbon for those that really interested in what it looks like. It's pretty good with the critical chance and point strike. I get 41%. Now when it comes to it, of course, you know, when you guys are using weapons, use whatever you guys want, whatever you guys feel like using, go ahead and go for it. You don't exactly have to use Prisma Tetra. So this is the most common builds out there, but a little bit more into where you guys would need to have at least magnetized discharge or the augment for the crush and the counterpulse, which is mostly a recommend mod for those of you that's going to be doing endurance. Now usually you guys can rearrange the mods to the point where you guys can have less range or less duration, or more duration or more range, or less strength or more strength, or more efficiency. This is just I would say this is just a template of what you guys can use for this build, but I think this build alone should be fine. If you guys feel like you need more range, strength, efficiency, or duration, feel free to adjust. Obviously I have a second builder, so there is a bit of a conflict when it comes to mods, but at the same time it still feels a little bit okay. Now the reason why I have the augment mod for magnetized discharge is not for the recast on the target one. That's whatever. It's the passive 45% magnetized range. That gives it extra 45% range basically on magnetized ability only. And with that, I basically get 200 and what? 30, 220, something like that, around there of range. So that's pretty good. Then a counterpulse, well, this is great for Grineers, Orokin, anything with range attack weapons basically. Counterpulse is great here. So this is the ability I have replaced with the one, and that is the Breach Surge. Definitely great on Mag because not only does it kill enemies instantly, but also it basically blinds enemies too, so you get some CC there. Here's the stats for the rest of the abilities, of course. Obviously I use mostly the 2 and the 3. I don't really use Crush that much unless I need shields. And here's the second build. Now when it comes to the mod or the aura mod, you guys do not need to use the charge. Growing power is fine. I just don't want a formula again to use growing power, but this is definitely fine, of course. And when it comes to it, I have Spectral Siphon, which is Spectral Rage augment there. So when it comes to it, basically this ability gives you almost a lot of energy when you guys gather all the enemies up with Magnetize, and straight up you get 50% chance of energy orb. Here are the stats for Magnetize with these mod setups. So this build alone, you guys can use all 4 abilities, and that includes the Polarize as well. So I'm going to briefly show you guys how to use the first build. First off, of course, you want to get energy. Press your 2, 1, and 3. And of course, you want to press 4 whenever you guys have low shields, so that way you guys get some shields and shoot away. Now, of course, these guys are level 175, and they're dead already. So that's pretty quick. So that's how you use it. You guys can do spam 3 all you want, you can spam 4 all you want, doesn't matter. And explosion damage, well, that's how much damage you guys just saw right now, so it's pretty big, not bad. So really quick on the first build, you guys can use whatever ability first, doesn't matter. You guys can use them in any order as well. Just make sure you guys are able to kill, and Magnetize is your main damage dealer, and Polarize as well. Of course, it's Breach Surge too. All three are pretty good. Let's go for the second build here. This one uses Spectral Siphon, but I want to show you guys the pull strength on the Magnetize. So that's how strong it is at 13 multiplier. But then again, let's go ahead and turn that off. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you guys how to use this build, and we're going to go for the 2, 1, and 3. You guys can use 4 whenever you guys want. And then you got the Tetra there. Obviously not as good as the first build because this one is a little bit weaker than the first one. That's because there's no breach surge at all. So this one's more on the energy gain. So if you guys are a little bit worried about energy, well, here it is. You guys get a bunch of energy here. Okay, we have seen the top 2 picks, or my top 2 picks for the abilities that will work with mag, but what about number 3? Well, Fire Blast can be pretty good actually. It does have the armor reduction, fire procs, and a little bit of CAC with the knockdowns, so it's actually pretty nice. With the stats that I have here, build 1 would be from the Breach Surge, while build 2 is the Spectral Siphon build. Here are some of the other abilities that will work with mag. Number 1 would be the Null Star for the damage reduction. Obviously you're going to get some negative range in there, but you might be able to work it from there. Number 2 would be the Thermal Sunder for more damage, some CC, but no knockdown obviously. Number 3 for the Corroding Barrage for armor stripping. When they go inside the Magnetize, cast Corroding Barrage, they will get some armor stripping going on there. Pillage, also another armor stripping and shield stripping, of course, with the adding of shields to yourself. Elemental Ward, you guys can use all 4 elements to whatever you guys want, so no explanation there. And finally, Orgaze. Now that's kind of different and weird. Why Orgaze on mag? Well, Magnetize do bring enemies closer together. So when they do all bunch up because of the pull strength on my second build you guys all saw, just gather them up, use your Orgaze, get some loot. That is it for this video. Hopefully you guys do like this video. If you guys do, give it a like, subscribe to support my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time you guys, peace out.